Hi friends, week 28, 7 whole months following the formula and following Bashar's wisdom, applying that to my life and questioning my limiting beliefs, discovering more and more about myself each week as time goes by. So here I am at the grocery store once again. Feels like a lot of these videos I've filmed in my car, but it is what it is. I have a very busy and full life, as I'm sure most of you do as well. But I am honoring my commitment to apply the formula and to share it with everyone else, anyone who's interested. So this week, week 28, was a challenging week in a couple of different ways. It was a good week as well. It was challenging because I think I shared with you guys that I let go of a relationship or released a relationship that was not vibrationally compatible with me. And I thought that that was it. And I would, go ahead and go on with my life. I knew that I would, miss him and that I would, at times probably have some emotions regarding that, and all of that was kind of expected. But then what I didn't expect was for him to call me out of the blue and basically tell me, everything that I have wanted to hear for years. And whenever he told me those things, I didn't feel the way that I thought I would feel. I thought that if he ever said those things to me, that I would, be complete. I would feel amazing and, live happily ever after. But when he told me all the things that I have always wanted to hear, I didn't really believe it. It didn't sound true, didn't seem right to me. And so I just listened and then tried to process what it was that he was telling me, and then come to terms with my feelings about that situation. And what I came to realize is that I have moved on in my mind. My mind has already let him go and released that relationship in the form that it was in. Now, possibly, maybe it will come back into my life one day. I don't know. I am open to that, as for right now. Obviously, if I meet somebody and we end up having a relationship, then I am going to be faithful and true to that particular person. I feel like I'm rambling right now, but basically what I decided was that I'm ready to release that relationship and just move on with my life. I don't have it all figured out. I don't need to have it all figured out. I just need to focus on being happy with the way that things are, and then being open to the possibility of a new relationship coming in. And I was going to share that with him, but he called the next day and basically took back everything that he had told me. So in the end, it didn't really matter. It was just very emotional to go through that and to say goodbye again. I have said goodbye to this man so many times, but this time it is really for real. It is goodbye. And we both need to just move on with our lives. And I cried a lot. And Bashar talks about crying and how that is your body's way of letting go of negative beliefs that you have been holding inside of your body, energetically or chemically. And whenever you cry, you're releasing those, and they're coming out of your body in tears. And I love that, the thought of that, the thought of releasing that. And what I have really learned through the years, and especially this, since I've been following the formula, is to feel my feelings and to really acknowledge what I'm feeling and to have compassion for myself and for this earthly experience that I'm having that includes, really joyous, joyous, that's the word. Having trouble talking today. Joyous moments, really happy and, all of that, but also we can experience very painful emotions. So I have compassion for myself and what I'm going through. So I just let myself feel it. I let myself feel the sadness. I let myself just say goodbye once again. And go through it all again and feel really sad. And then on the other side of that, though, is I just find out more about myself and like who I am, and I have just become such a strong person, and this relationship has brought me so much clarity about myself and who I am, and the man that I want to attract in my life, and like what kind of qualities I want him to have as well, and what kind of standards that I'm going to have for myself in the next relationship. Because in this past relationship, I definitely settled for less than I should have for too long. Let's just say that. Anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that I did have a challenging week, and Bashar's formula helped me get through this and know that I am going to, if I focus on what I want, stay in a positive state, I'm going to get a positive result from this. And yeah, the other thing that I wanted to say about this week is that I did start making some changes in my classroom, like I said I was going to do last week, and I started to give the students more choices. So the couple of students that I'm really having difficulty with keeping them engaged, I started giving them different assignments. Like they can play video games, a couple of them, or learning games, not really video games, learning games to learn the social studies content that I'm teaching. And that worked for a couple of students. Like they were not sleeping and not causing problems that disrupt the whole class. And then I also kind of gave the other students who were following instructions and engaged and doing well, I gave them an incentive to work because they were working so well. So I think I did that really well. We'll see how it goes next week. Next week, I want to bring in more of those types of assignments to give students options and choices to keep them learning and to keep them in the classroom. So that's definitely a win for the week, and everything's going well. I'm still following my nutrition program as far as keeping up my protein and working out with weights and trying to get my walks in with the dogs and the grandkids and all of that. My grandkids are amazing. They're so cute and adorable. I love them so much, and I'm just filled with gratitude for the life that I have. There's so many positive things in my life, and it's easy to get caught up when something's not going right, like a relationship, and you're grieving the loss of something. It's easy to just let your mind focus on that and forget about all the other blessings that you have. But what we really need to do, and what I'm committed to doing, is to turn that around and focus on all the blessings and not focus on the loss of the relationship. Focus on the promise of the new relationship that I'm open to receiving, and then also just the many, many, many other blessings that I have in my life and that I experience on a daily basis. I am so grateful for all of these things that make this such a beautiful life. But Anyway, week 28, I cannot wait to see you guys next week and to share with you the wins that I'm sure that I'm going to have next week. And I hope that you will like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope that you'll share your stories and what you're learning from Bashar as well. Love you guys. Bye-bye.